So it really is my profound honor and great joy to warmly welcome everyone to the 2025 WISCA Annual Leadership and Mentoring Conference. For 17 years, WISCA has mentored, inspired, and equipped women to lead with purpose, character, and impact. This year's theme, Claiming Our Future, Women in Leadership and Policy Transformation, was deliberately crafted. It is a bold call to action. It invites all of us, not just to participate in shaping Nigeria's tomorrow, but to redesign it intentionally, courageously, and collaboratively to overcome patriarchy, violence, poverty, and ensure diversity and inclusion in leadership and participation in decision making.
It's a gathering that continues to elevate the quality, courage, and contribution of women shaping Africa's future. Since its inception in 2008, WISCA has built far more than a community. It has built a pipeline, a deliberate pathway that prepares women for strategic leadership.
It is a movement that amplifies women's voices, expands visibility for women's work, and strengthens the belief that when women rise, the nation rises with them. We want every woman to reach their highest potential, translate it into skill, export, decent jobs, and sustainable prosperity.
Women are expected to navigate the challenging complexity of today's world. And we're faced with the ever-present social drivers that we see. We have a nation that's patriarchal. We have the danger of harmful practices and social norms. And we're in a very non-enabling environment that neither recognizes or encourages us. And yet, we persevere.
This program was designed not as a one-off intervention, but as a system for strengthening women's leadership within the legal profession and beyond. So this theme speaks directly to the heart of what we as African women want, and especially Nigerian women. What we have been pushing for, not just representation, but transformation. We need a serious change.
It begins with leadership. The first of the three buckets of making it intentional and deliberate is leadership. There has to be executive sponsorship for driving the agenda of diversity and inclusion in the workplace. Because it's going to require resources, budgetary resources. Sometimes it's going to require change management. So there's got to be executive sponsorship.
It's not just enough to have good plans, to have good policies, to have good intentions, but the question is, the people also matter. Their voice counts in the implementation. So that's why for every project we implement at the foundation, we go back to the people. We want to understand what their needs are. Do they align with our thoughts? And that's why we basically will carry out what we call a baseline.
The most successful attempt at reform has been the Sustainable Banking Principles and the work that was done by the former Central Bank Governor Sanusi Lamido Sanusi. If he didn't do that, if he didn't make it by law, we wouldn't have 30% women in banking today, for sure. Therefore, any change that we want to do, we must lead it by law.
In private sector, it is easy to measure when a woman is doing well. Why? If you hire her as CEO today and the business 100x's in a year, you will most likely attribute it to her. In public sector, it's not as simple to measure, right? So we're exploring on how we use technology
to actually start to capture women's leadership contribution.
Mama Africa.